So, anyways, good morning. Happy Monday. It's the first day of summer, the longest day of the year. I hope that you can capitalize on this day the best you can. Get outside, go for walks. It's not going to be hot. It's truly beautiful out. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. Sounds like it's going to be one of those days where I stumble all over my words because it's Monday. Why wouldn't I? Where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10? Remember, even on the days that we are not checking in together, I'm hoping that you are still checking on yourself. Where are you at? How are you feeling? Again, if you woke up not feeling good, those are the days that you need your tools the most. But just because you woke up feeling amazing doesn't mean you should put your tools away for the day. Everything can be different. Different times throughout the days, we may require certain tools, certain skills to help us through. And so don't put it too far away. We should always kind of carry it with us. So where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10? If you woke up feeling amazing, I'm hoping that you have plans to use all that energy today and do something with it and apply it to your day. So it's Motivation Monday, and I'm kind of all over the place, but I apologize. All I want out of this whole thing is for you to find a little spark of motivation, and we're going to apply it, and we're going to do something with it. And so that's my plan. So anyways, I have a few of different things. One, I like these 3 worksheets. How not to be hard on yourself, why to never give up, and why people give up. Here are some reasons why people give up. So we've talked about goals. We've talked about SMART goals and follow through and breaking things down and setbacks and things like that, right? Because life is not perfect and it can be challenging and it can throw you curveballs. And one minute may be working on this thing and then the next minute you're working on something else. But we should never give up, right? No matter what's thrown at you or the changes that come your way, and maybe just things aren't working the way that you thought, we should never give up. So here's the reasons why people give up. They say the number one reason is that people expect fast results. Now, I always use the weight loss example because it's just the simplest one. But sometimes, like I've said before, many of us will quit eating for a whole week and exercise a lot and assume that you jump on the scale and you lost 20 pounds. But for the most part, people should know, and you know this by now, losing weight and keeping yourself healthy is a never-ending battle. Okay, so expecting fast results out of that's not going to happen. If you're looking for a career change or you're looking for just day-to-day constant stability of your mental health, your anxiety to go away, or your friends and family to be nicer, whatever it may be, a lot of times we have something in our head and we expect fast results, but that's not what happens. That's not going to happen. It's a never-ending process, and sometimes it never changes. But we shouldn't give up. We should still expect to be healthy and to try and do our best and always try our hardest and be respectable and give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, or at least set good boundaries. But anyways, expecting fast results was the number one thing why people give up. The next one is because people stop believing in themselves. We set unrealistic expectations for ourselves and unrealistic goals. We don't break them down far enough, and so then we stop believing in ourselves because we didn't quite get there. So if you break them down smaller and you just try your best, every day try your best, then you should know that at some point, even though it didn't happen as fast as we thought it should, things will come together the way they should. How does that saying go? You may not have gotten what you want, but you got where you needed to be. That sort of saying. It's so true. Don't stop believing in yourself because maybe things aren't happening the way that you think they should. Things are happening the way they are meant to be, and we got to remind ourselves of that. Number 3, people get stuck in their past. We allow the past to hold us back. Remember, it's the old ball and chain I've talked about. If you're dragging around the past and that sack all of the time with you, it's holding you back. You can't move forward. You give up on yourself because all you do is you beat yourself up about past failures, things that went wrong, things that you should have done, people that said this, or things that went like this. And if you keep holding on to all that negativity and all that baggage, remember I've showed showed you that worksheet. We got to throw out the baggage, all the negativity, all the guilt, all the shame, all of the goals that didn't work out. We have to get rid of that. Otherwise, you're just going to continually stop believing in yourself, and you're going to be stuck in the past, and you won't be able to move forward, and you're going to give up. So get rid of the past, let it go, throw out the baggage, put it in the trash can on garbage day, and we got to let it go because none of that matters anymore. Again, the fourth one is dwelling on mistakes. We are meant to make mistakes. We are meant to fail. But the most important thing is how we learn from them. It doesn't mean give up on yourself. It doesn't mean you're stupid or you can't do something or you're no good at anything. It just means you made a mistake. And now what are you going to do about that? Many people fear the future. They resist change. I've said this before about myself. Change is hard. Change is hard for all of us. We resist it because we are uncertain. But it does not mean you should give up on yourself. They give up their power. They believe they are weak, and so they just can't do nothing. Feel the world owes them something. Sometimes when we feel like we shouldn't have to put in the energy, but somebody should owe us or give us something back, but then we start to give up. The fear of failure. Never visualizing what is possible. People give up because they cannot visualize what is possible. You need to sit down and you need to visualize what do you want your life to look at? What goal do you want? How are you going to get there? What are things that you want to change? Sit down and do some guided, put that visualization in place. Either write it down or just think about all that. We have to be able to see it. If you can't see it, it's easier to give up. Let's see here. People overwork. They assume their problems are unique. Many of us sometimes we fall into this thing of like, well, nobody else has these problems, just me. If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. I've said that before. And so sometimes you just think that your problems are just so unique and they're never going to go away. They see failure as a signal to turn back. Sometimes when we feel like we failed, we start to backpedal and we start going back to the place that we were because maybe that's how we value ourselves. Like we're supposed to be there, but that's not true. Don't give up. And then we start to feel sorry for ourselves. That's the last one. We sit in our pity pot and we feel sorry for ourselves. But here's why you shouldn't give up. So talking about Motivation Monday, and we're talking about goals. If your goal is to find the right medication to be on, that can be a lifelong battle. We know many folks around here that have struggled to find the right medications that help them feel better. And it's trial and error, and it's hard, and it's stressful, but don't give up. If you're working on anxiety or social anxiety, if you're working on being less depressed, getting up and finding the motivation to have a daily routine. Maybe you're just working on wanting to make one meal a month for yourself. Don't give up. You can do it. If you're working on finding a friend or just having a good relationship and finding that support system, don't give up. It's all going to be a constant work in progress. But that is why you have a support team, an arms worker, a case manager, a friend, a family member, a therapist, a psychiatrist, whatever it is. We're all here to support you. You just got to have that patience to work together as a team and never give up. Never give up because your life is worth it. But here's some reasons why we never give up. Number one, you have not tried everything yet. It may feel like it. You may have tried 19,000 things, but I guarantee you have not tried everything yet. And sometimes you just have to get creative and you have to put people back on that team. You got to rally the team in and say, okay, we need to do this. And here's what I've tried, but I don't know what to do next. Number two, you're closer to success than you think. The fact that you're thinking about it and you're working on it means that you're one step closer to being successful. So don't give up. If you don't finish, someone else will. So don't let somebody else finish ahead of you. Make sure you finish your stuff and work hard doing it. Number four, right before success, there is a dark place. So sometimes we fall into a slump. We fall into a hole. We just start feeling like, who cares? I just need to quit. It doesn't matter. Nothing's ever going to happen. And it's like we have to get to that place, that dark place, before we can really start to just, I don't know what happens. The light bulb goes off or the switch is flipped and everything starts to, fall into place every once in a while. But don't give up. What happens is people get to that dark place and then they quit. Don't quit. Use that dark place as that fire in your belly to keep moving forward. Use it as that motivation and that drive to make things different, to make things better, and don't stop. If you give up, then what? If you give up, then what? Now what are you going to do? So what else do you have time to do than to keep working on things, right? If you want to have something, if you have a certain goal, if you want to feel better, if you give up, then what? What happens to you? What happens to your life around you? What happens to your family, your friends, your pets, your apartment? What happens? Giving up is not an option. We need to keep moving. We need to keep pushing harder. We can take a break and we can rest because we get tired, but don't give up. The next one is you'll never regret trying until the end. You will regret giving up, but you will never regret trying until the very end. Past failures don't predict the future, and as long as you're alive, anything is still possible. We may not need to revamp things a little bit, but anything is possible. I liked this. It says, you are free to be who you were created to be. While the world will do its best to define you, telling you who to be, how to act, and what to think, remember, every fiber of your being was designed with purpose. The way you think, communicate ideas, and express yourself. It is unique, an electric combination that no one else has. No one else is you. You are designed to be who you want to be. Too often, we misconstrue the evolution of life. We buy into the idea that we must become someone to be great. But greatness is already in us. It is the core of who we are. The challenge is not to strive to become something else, but instead to uncover the greatness already within us, to stripping off labels and removing the pressure to blend in so that we can show the world the purest version of ourselves, completely untainted. So, I like that. We're always striving to be someone rather than focusing in on the greatness that we have inside of who we are. So quit trying to be somebody else and be your amazing self. Remember, we have to be me-sponsible. We are built who we are, and we need to just continue to be that person because that's just what we got. So we need to I just really like that. I'm going to hang that on my door. Quit trying to be somebody else, but rather focus on uncovering the greatness of yourself. So I like this. This success iceberg, okay? I like this. I thought this was kind of good. So what people see are medals and ribbons and whatever else. See, that's what we see on the outside. We see people who are successful. We see certificates and we see medals or we see trophies or we see fancy cars maybe in big houses and all these other things. But what we don't see underneath are the things that we need to think about, the things that we need to maintain for ourselves. Because greatness does not just come... the point of this is greatness does not material things. Greatness is how we are, who we are, how we present ourselves, what we do. It's sacrifice. It's staying healthy. It's good habits. It's focus. It's having a growth mindset. It's being persistent and having daily goals and time management and determination and sleepless nights and being okay with rejection. That is what success is. Success is how we are, who we are, how we hold ourselves, our behavior towards others, and how we treat ourselves and other people. Success doesn't matter if you have a plaque on the wall or a gold medal or a trophy at home or whatever it may be. Success is how we handle ourselves, what we choose to do with ourselves, our goals, and so forth. I like this too. I got lots of worksheets. I don't want to miss out on all of them today. 8 things that will change your life in 1 year, okay? 8 things that will change our life in 1 year. It's about getting motivated to make changes and to be our best and to continue to work on our goals and work on our mental health and be our best self. So number 1, stop complaining and appreciate how lucky you are every day. I actually read something the other day that just said, do not go to bed depressed. Now, I know that that's difficult. Many live with major depression. Depression becomes a part of your life, but it said don't go to bed depressed because there may be somebody in your life or in the world who wishes they had what you did. And so we need to just stop complaining and we need to appreciate how lucky we are. Again, things may not be what we wanted them to be, but they are what they are meant to be at this point in time. And if we want things to be different, we need to work harder. We need to have grit. We need to dig in and find that motivation and make things better and never give up. Number 2, embrace loneliness. A lot of people think that being alone is bad. And now, obviously, if we spend long times alone, I get it. It is bad. However, embrace loneliness and reinvent yourself in that process. Accept being alone. Find peace in being alone. That is your time to recharge and to just find that peace and find the opportunity to write down your goals and what do you want for yourself, and think about success in your eyes and find a mission statement. So embrace loneliness. Number 3, say goodbye to the people who don't bring positive energy into your life. These things will change your life. Get rid of negativity. Get rid of toxic people. They have to go. They will drag you down. They will cause you stress. They will make you doubt yourself, and they are not worth being in your life. Number 4, throw off the TV and get rid of the internet and go outside and enjoy nature. Just really focus on yourself and your goals and journaling and reading and getting in touch with the things that bring you positivity. Number 5, pick one skill you want to cultivate and put all your effort into it. Figure out what your goal is. What do you want to work on? What do you want to improve? Put your energy into that. Shut off the rest of it. Number 6, commit to the goals you set and never look back. Don't give up. Don't look back. Don't let the past hold you back. Get rid of the ball and chain. Keep moving forward. Remember, cultivate your greatness that's already inside you. Don't worry about anybody else, what they have to say, and stop trying to be someone else. Just be you and how great you are. Number 7, sweat every day to boost your mood. We should be sweating every day. Go for a walk, a brisk walk. Move around. Do something. Get your body flowing. That's going to get your serotonin. Remember all your little happy hormones? We need to get them moving. And last but not least, fail forward. Fail forward. Learn from every mistake you make. Every minute of the day, every day of the week, every day of the month, of the year. If you fail forward. Learn from every single mistake you make. Do not give up. Do not lose hope. Do not lose faith in yourself. It is a process. Do not expect fast results, remember? Because it doesn't happen. Sometimes it's a lifelong thing that we work on. If we're not growing and changing all the time and we're not working on things, what are you doing? I kind of feel like we stop growing if we stop working on things and we just give up and we don't care anymore. You're not living, you're not learning, you're not changing, and we're always evolving, and we should always do that, and we should embrace that. So your challenge today is really just simply take a look at how you spend your day. Are you failing forward? Are you learning from your mistakes? Are you giving up on yourself too easy? Are you focusing on trying to be somebody else rather than figuring out the greatness that's already inside of you? Take a look at the day. Be mindful. Process it. Write down your goals. What do you want? How are you going to get there? And why? How are you going to prevent yourself from not giving up? And how are you going to prevent yourself from giving up if you fail, but yet learning from that? That's just kind of always the process. Again, mental health is something that we're always working on. It is. It's never something we stop working on, but it's not impossible to live our lives happily and working on goals. We just have to figure out tools and skills and ways to never give up and how we can get to that place of balance. But anyways, happy Monday. Happy first day of summer. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. Focus on your day. See how you're using that motivation. Where are you at? Are you giving up easily? Are you hard on yourself when you fail? Process it. Take a look at yourself and find your inner greatness. That's what we're going to do this week, is find all of the things that make us wonderful, and we're going to share that with other people. Have a good day. Work on yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.